Hey guys, it's Carolyn. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm very excited about today's guest. It's our very own Sarah Shoulton, who's in charge of our flat fee department, flat fee contract creation, contract review, subscription litigation, all of the good things. Good morning, Sarah. How are you?
Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Quick Getting Screwed. How's everybody? I'm excited to be here.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah.
So before we dive into everything flat fee legal department, tell us about yourself and how you got to where you are now.
Awesome. So I'm a New York native, born and raised. Moved to Texas in 2019 for law school. Been here ever since. Love it. I'm the product of a mom and dad who I love to pieces, and a little brother. He's the best. We're Irish twins, so we're 11 months and 3 weeks apart. Couldn't be closer. And yeah, I've always loved anything transactional, right? Anything involving paper, anything about understanding exactly what the terms of things are. So finding this job has really been a blessing. I've been here for almost 2 years and a couple months. Time has flew, but I've loved it. I've loved what we've built here in the contract department, all the people that we've been able to help, and just all the great stories and the clients that we have through JobTread, through just the firm. It's been really awesome. So
I agree.
that's
I
me.
agree. You got so many great reviews. People love working with you. It's a seamless transaction. For those of you who don't have your contract, you really need to get one. So tell me about the services the flat fee legal department offers.
Yes. So I'm going to reference my piece of paper here because we offer a lot of stuff for everyone. So starting at the very bare minimum, right? Some of the contracts we offer are residential remodel and repair for our GCs who do a little bit of it all, right? Outdoor work, indoor work, bathrooms, kitchens, the whole nine. We've got our terms and conditions, which I like to say is a watered down version of the residential remodel and repair. And all these are able to be tailored specifically to their businesses, specifically to the state that they're working in, which is really nice. And so as we get to meet with the clients, they'll do their consultation. We'll start there. Tell me a little bit about their pain points, what's going on, some things that they've experienced. Then from there, 5 business day turnaround for that first draft, which everybody loves. They pay. There's no hidden fees up front. That's what we do. And then after that 5 business day turnaround, they can take as long as they need to review the contract, have a business partner, spouse, whoever, look it over, mark it up, ask me any questions, comments, concerns. Then I'll give them a second draft. Then once we get to the third and final draft, they say, it's awesome. Let's go. Let's get it finalized. So for JobTread customers, we get it formatted into JobTread form. There's some special coding in there. And then we get it uploaded right onto JobTread. So we'll CC the JobTread team. They upload it. They send a really cool tutorial video back to the GCs on how to navigate everything within the platform. And then for our firm clients, when they come in, they get to also get it finalized into 3 really cool forms. So we'll give them the Microsoft Word version. If there's any email changes, they want to change a little clause here and there, they have that version themselves to do it. Then we give them a PDF version, pretty standard. If they want to print it off, have people initial, sign it off, they can do that too. And then we have a PDF form that we create for them. So it's the cool electronic version. They can email over to clients. They can execute electronically, fill in what they've got to do, email it back, save it, and we're good to go. Included also as well is we're here for them in the 6 months after for any negotiations, right? Questions, comments, concerns. If a master sub needs to be negotiated, a subcontractor's like, I'm not signing this, I don't like it. We're here for you under that flat fee to help with any of those. So it's a lot, but it's
a lot. So we have contracts with their customers. You said we also have a master sub.
Yes.
How does that work?
Yes. So our master subcontractor agreement is pretty cool for GCs who like to use subs for reoccurring jobs, right? So maybe there's a plumber, electrician, whoever it is that you love to use. They're going to execute that 14-page document one time. It's going to include a 2-page insurance addendum, right? That says that they've got to add you to the COI. You've got to be additionally insured. Just in case, God forbid, something happens, our guys are protected to go contact the insurance company, because without it, they can't do anything really. They got to wait. They're at the mercy of the sub. So all that gets executed that one time in the beginning of the relationship. So then moving forward, they just have to send them a 1-page scope of work, a vendor bill, but the payment terms will be in there, right? Expectations on the job site, warranty, right to photograph and video work, what the termination clause will be, what the default will be. So we cover them beginning to end, right, on the front end before a lawsuit can happen. We make sure a lot of good terms are in there to better protect them.
Well, and too, because as a residential contractor, you have the option to create your own contract.
There you go.
Exactly. As opposed to commercial contracts. What do we do for commercial contractors?
Yeah, so for commercial contractors, right, a lot of the times the owner of these bigger projects are going to give them the contract. So we offer a contract review. And so what's included in that, we start at page number. So contracts 1 to 15 pages, flat fee. 16 to 30 pages is a little bit of a higher flat fee. And anything over that 30 pages is going to be billed at the hourly rate. And included in that, right, is the client will send us the contract that the commercial company or whoever the owner sent them, send it to us. And then within that 5 business days, we're going to redline it, right? We're going to read it coming from the eyes of someone who's looking to protect our guy. And we're going to give them some substitute language. We're going to cross out things that we think aren't fair. We're going to make sure that there's some things in there like termination for convenience, making sure that God forbid something happens, they're able to get off the job, right? So little things like that is what we'll do in the review. But of course, they're negotiable. So we'll send over the first red lines. Maybe the other side's counsel has some red lines of their own. They could send it back, and that's what's included in the review. So we'll kind of go back and forth up to about 3 times in those revisions. If it gets a little crazy and we're going back and forth, maybe we'll bill a little more and we'll work on payment that way. But we're really here to help better serve our clients.
And so they can understand what they're signing in that world.
Exactly.
And then we do also other contract reviews too, like if somebody's going to sign something else.
Yep. Yeah. So a lot of people that we were lucky to meet, like at all our different builder shows and at the Job Trade Conference, which we enjoyed, a lot of them already have contracts in place, whether AI might have helped them do it, whether they got it off the internet, got it off a friend or something. So we do offer a review, basically just looking at that document that they've been using, and we'll type up a separate document that says, hey, per the state of whatever state they're operating out of, these are the mandatory clauses that you're missing per the statute. Then we'll give them a list of suggested clauses. Hey, to better protect you, you're missing this, you're missing that. So that's kind of what's also included there. And then if they want, they can improve it, which is once they've gotten that review and they say, oh my gosh, we really need to add all these into our contract, they can pay that price difference to get the contract improvement. And that's basically going to be me taking that document they already had and just adding all that good stuff in, making sure that they're protected with all the clauses they need. And then they get about 2 drafts back and forth with that as well. So once they get that first draft, they can look it over, mark it up, schedule a time to talk about questions, comments, concerns, and then we can improve it. And then again, if it's job tread, it can be uploaded into job tread format, make it super easy and streamlined. And then for our regular Chromium clients, they can come in and we'll just make sure it's all good.
So how much does something like this cost?
Yes. Okay. So we kind of have 2 price points, right? So for our job tread clients, they do get that little 10% off for partnering with us, which we love. So our residential new build contract, that's going to be right for any type of residential structure that we're building from the ground up. So nothing that's existing. That's going to start for job tread customers at $3,726. And then the regular flat fee, if you're not a job tread customer, is about $4,140. And included in that and all of these prices is going to be our 5 business day turnaround, like we said, the 2 to 3 drafts back and forth. And then we're here for you in those 6 months. Any calls, emails, anything, we're here for you as well. So then our residential remodel and repair contracts, like we said before, our guys who do it all, right? They're doing painting, kitchens, bathrooms, the whole 9 decks. That contract is going to be $2,181 for job tread customers. And then the price before the discount is $2,424. And then our residential terms and conditions, that's what I said earlier is the more watered down version of the residential remodel. So that one I like to recommend to like electricians or plumbers or deck guys who kind of just do one thing, one niche thing, and then we'll tailor it specifically to that business. That one's $1,863 with that 10% discount. Before the discount, it's $2,070. And then our contract review for the 1 to 15 pages, right, is $765. And then before the discount, it is $850. And then our contract review for 16 to 30 pages is $1,260 with the discount, $1,400 before. And then our last one, our master subcontract agreement, which we spoke about, which is great for your subs. They'll execute it that one time. That one is $3,105. And then before the discount, $3,450. So the prices with that are really good when you look at the market and everything. These, lawyers love to charge their hourly rate to draft you a document that they probably got off the internet. These are great because you're really, really getting some good deals on some really, really great contracts.
And for residential contractors, each state requires something, right?
Yeah, each state's a little different. Just like you like to say, Texas is the wild, wild west. So everything kind of goes. But there are some really strict states, right, who will tell you that your contract's not enforceable if you're missing one thing. So Pennsylvania is a great example of that, right? California is another really good example where we see that in the statute it says if you're missing something called a right of rescission, right? If that little clause is missing, they'll tell you all the way at the end. If it's missing, you might have an unenforceable contract, right? And we've seen people, there's case law where these things happen and you've got a contract for a big job, but you missed something and now you're on the hook for it. So Yeah.
Yeah. So if your contract doesn't have all that required language, basically you're not entitled to be paid.
Exactly. And then some of these states, right, have these licensing boards who oversee those things. So California, the CSLB, right, Contractor State Licensing Board, they're really strict on stuff. They'll go fine you for not having some things in your contract. And then all of a sudden you were real excited about your year that you were going to have, and then you lost out on some big checks. So it's really, really good to make sure you're protected for sure.
Gotcha. So tell us what you love about your job.
Well, other than my amazing boss, Miss Carolyn, I love the environment that we have, right? We're a bunch of people who really are dedicated to looking out for the little guy. And I think that's kind of something that's a little bit harder to find in today's day and age. I feel like a lot of people look out for themselves. We're all kind of, in the game of self-preservation. But here, I feel like even as a team, we all look out for each other. Even for our clients, just the way that we all vent about, oh, we're not able to do this, we're not able to do that. We get so frustrated when we can't just have positive outcomes because we care so much. So that's the thing I think I like the most about my job is just the environment, how fulfilling it is, and just how great my coworkers are and how great the clients are. So overall, no complaints.
Good deal. So tell me about some of your favorite client success stories.
Oh, okay. So there's a couple good ones within my first, I think, 6 months, right? When I had one of my first contract reviews, there was a pool revision and I was really nervous about it. But actually, our termination for convenience clause came in clutch because we were able to negotiate that the other side said, okay, fine, we'll put a termination for convenience clause there for both parties. But our guy, unfortunately, got injured, wasn't able to finish the job, and the termination for convenience was there to protect him. So we just drafted a little termination letter. He was free. Of course, there was a little bit of headache and pushback, but per the terms of the contract, I was really happy to say that. That was good to go. And then job tread clients, I love working with them because it's really cool sometimes to see them already be in talks for a job and then be like, oh, I really, really need a contract. Like, I'm so nervous and I don't know. And then to draft it and almost have that last minute rush and then it be signed and the project go great. And no one come back within a year. This is amazing, with any problems. I think those have been the best client success stories overall, so that, and then also a master sub. Our guy, our GC, was able to say that because the subcontractor did not add them to the COI who was in breach of contract, he was able to say, bye, gotta go, you're a liability. So it's good. It's nice to give our clients the power, right, to stand up for themselves and know a little bit more about what they can and cannot do, and that's why your books are important in the podcast, because we're getting the information out there for a lot of people who don't have it. So it's exciting stuff.
Yeah. And, they all know they need a contract and they're just not quite sure to go about it. So I'm like, our 5 business day, a turnaround flat fee, make it as easy as possible to protect yourself.
Yes.
And then we're here in the future if they ever have any problems.
Exactly. And we're full service, right? So even if it doesn't come over to me, contracts, we've got our collections team. We're really great with liens and collections. It's across the board. So we're here for a lot of stuff. We do custom contracts if things pop up. So it's really good. We do a lot.
Awesome. All right. Is there anything else you want to add that I forgot?
No, I think that's it. Make sure everybody gets their contracts this year. Yes. Please protect yourself. I cannot say it enough times.
What did I say? How do I know when I need a contract? You don't need one until you need one.
Exactly. You don't need one until you need one, until you're not getting paid, until there's a no-show, until the headache starts. That's when you need one to do it before.
Yeah. And really, the job of the contract is to manage expectations and keep you out of trouble, and you will do a better job of doing that.
Because when you leave that room for interpretation, everyone's not on the same page. So it leads to problems.
All right. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate it.
Oh, this is awesome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.